Okay, hi everyone. So I'm both live on Facebook and Instagram, and today I want to talk about how healing equals true success. Okay, it's not this separate thing where, success is one thing and strategy is another thing, and then healing is separate. Like, I don't understand how people don't connect, that they both go together. Okay, how do we get that off the screen? Is there a way? Does anyone know? So I've got like writing up on my Instagram screen. I'll figure it out. Have to figure it out. Okay. Come into the room. So if you're joining me on the replay, let's start by taking some deep breaths. Okay? Hand on your heart. Take a nice deep breath. Did you know that healing gets to be so simple? It really is as simple as taking a deep breath. When you breathe, it swaps out toxins from your cells. So the deeper your breath and the longer it's left in the cells, it's like a little cleaning scrubber that it goes in with this little scrubbing brush and like scrubs all of the dirt and the poisons and the toxins out of your cells. And then when you exhale, all of those toxins and poisons come out of your mouth. And not only does it help your body to literally heal physically, but it also helps you to clear your mind. Now, I find a lot of people who, when they freeze or when they overthink or they're not sure what to do, it's because they're trying to think in their head, because they're coming from a place of not trusting, because of experiences they've had. So it makes sense. But the way to get over it is to allow yourself to take that deep breath. And do you notice how it was a long breath? It wasn't just like, when you take a little breath, then that's actually because you're scared of being seen. For some reason, people have this whole big problem about being seen breathing. But the truth is, it is the breath that will slow your thoughts down. Now, it's very important that while you're taking this breath, that you're not also thinking in your mind about what to say next, because you're defeating the whole purpose. When you take the breath, it connects you with your intuition, with your soul, with your words, with your actual message that you're wanting to say. But when you're trying to think, and you're freezing up, like I've done this before. Oh my God, it's been so embarrassing. Sometimes when I was a kid, I would laugh and cry at the same time. People had no idea what I was doing, but it's because I was so nervous of being seen and I was so nervous of being judged that I just froze and my nervous system spazzed out. It's just a thing that happens. But what really helped me overcome that is when I began using my breath. Now, I breathe consciously more than anyone that I know. Like, I actually started learning how to breathe by using what I call the breathing game. Now, it's not much of a game, but it is to me. Now, the breathing game is where I use the word breath and breathing, or let's say hold your breath, oxygen, what's some other things that remind you of breathing? Take a deep breath, never breathe, anything that I hear in a movie, and thank you for the love hearts. I absolutely love it and appreciate it. Anything that you hear, anytime that you hear something about taking a breath, you need to take a breath, a full breath. Yeah, not one of those little itty bitty breaths that, that's not going to reset and calm your nervous system. But when you actually, you reset your mind, you access your intuition, and you become a positive force for good. Okay, so this is so important to understand, that we need to be using our breath not only for healing, but for success. If you want to know the right answer, clear your mind, take a deep breath, but it's very important that you exhale all the way out to the end. Yeah, you exhale all the way out to the end, because your mind is going to want you to stop. It's going to be talking. It's like, okay, it's long enough now. I need to stop now. Wanted to think of other things. But it's actually when you use that long exhale that you slow your mind down. You literally slow down time. So, ready like this, you exhale. About here, you're going to want to stop. So use your lung muscles because you've got lung muscles. And it's in that moment there that you'll slow down time. You'll access your clarity. Now, I do this on videos all the time. Whenever I get lost, whenever I'm not sure, you can hold at the top and then relax your shoulders and let it all out. It is so, so, so important to be using your breath. But what happens is most people, they actually get panicked. And so they hold their breath. Like, that's going to help. Like, people, we have to get so serious about this inner work. Like, it is your 24/7 job. It's not just something you do in the morning or in a healing session with me. You have to continue the work afterwards. And the fun thing about this work is what works is leaning into play. Leaning into uplifting, funny energies. Allowing yourself to, yes, be serious in a committed way. But rather than being all like cranky serious, you don't want that. What you want instead is a lighthearted, ease, playful seriousness where you're committed, you're passionate, you're driven, you're willing to just push through resistance. And by push, yes, it can be a push sometimes, but really I'm more talking about a disconnection from the complaining in your head and body that's causing that resistance to happen. Yeah? Does that make sense? So this is why I titled this today, that healing equals true success. So hi for those of you that have jumped on. Thank you for the love hearts. Right? I'm on an Instagram filter here, so I don't know if it's going to be a bit funny with my face, but I'll figure this out as we go along. And I'm also on Facebook over here. So healing is success. Because it's all about releasing the fear and the parts of you that think that you can't live the life that you want. And the parts of you that are following the rules that somebody else made for you. But the truth is, and this is why it's gone completely insane in the last 2 years, since 2020, not one thing works for everyone. You cannot control another person. You can try. But you do not know what's best for them. You might have advice, you might have ideas, you might even be able to relate to them. But with my clients, yeah, I give them loads of advice. I do. I give them teachings, really. I teach them about how the mind works. I teach them how to change their negative thoughts. But ultimately, my work is to help my clients to access their inner trust. Okay, so that you, as my client, can find the answers within you, because the answers are always within you. Yeah? So those of you over on Facebook, say hi in the comments. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm at Heart and Soul Kai. And everyone on Instagram, if you want to follow me on Facebook, come over to my profile or my page. I am Kai Ashley, and I'm so excited about sharing this work. Thank you, Jay Flex In Out. Thank you. Now, how do I actually say that, Adelina? Is it link or link A, or is it something else that I'm not getting? The live is working very well. Oh, excellent, excellent, excellent. Yeah, this is my first time I've tried doing a double live. And I'm not usually used to doing the Instagram lives, but I like it over here. That's honestly the best way. You can't live on someone's advice. You can't. Like, you just can't. You can take it in. You can see like, well, what if this resonates with me? But we all have to get out of the idea that we're wrong. You've got to stop thinking that you just got to push through something. Like, I know so many people that will invest, $12,000 in a strategy program to find someone else's strategy, yet they're resistant in spending any money on their own inner work, thinking that that's too much. But the inner work is the success. I mean, really, when you do the inner work in the right way, when you do the shadow to light work, like my heart and soul freedom technique, which is a unique EFT breathwork tapping combo. I combine it with so many things. It's completely intuitive. It's highly powerful. When you use that and journaling and then practice taking massive action in alignment to what feels right for you, then things change. I mean, really. And then you might be guided to a strategy. Maybe you will find someone else's strategy, but you will know to say no to the parts that don't fit right for you and do it your own way. See, we've all been taught that we're wrong. We've all been taught that we have to outsource our knowledge and that we just can't know. That you have to go to some authority to find out the truth, and that your body is weak and sick and broken. But the truth is our bodies are resilient. Our bodies are designed to heal from anything. And when you realize this, when you allow yourself to trust that your body is healing, to access the stream of health and abundance from God, from the infinite that is available to you always, then you heal. Your body naturally heals. Okay, so let's see. Trusting yourself and finding your own answers is the way to go, and that's what I want. And so it is. Oh yes, but I meant your little what's that? What's it called? A username. Okay. So yeah. I just hope that I impart to you today the understanding that you are strong and you are resilient. You really can do whatever you put your mind to, but you have to actually be using thoughts that say that you can. You have to be saying to yourself, yes, I can. Yes, I will. Even though I feel this doubt, it's just doubt. I'm not going to believe it. It's just doubt. Okay. They don't know. Okay, I wrote a post just earlier today, which is on my Facebook profile. I really suggest you go and read it. Okay, it'll be right underneath this live stream on my Facebook profile. And it's titled something like for my superwoman business entrepreneurs ready to shine. Okay, but in it, what was I talking about? In it, I wrote about, what was the message? Use the breath. Definitely something about healing yourself. Anyway, I'll come back to it. I'll find the post, and I'll remember. And then if I don't, here's the great thing about memory. Memory is automatic. So if I don't try to think too hard about it while I'm talking here, it'll just pop up. By the way, I really love the way this Instagram filter makes my lips look. It's very good. Yeah, it's very good. I mean, I already have massive lips. So, I mean, it's a very light Instagram filter, you know, it's just a bit of a smoothing, which is fantastic. But it's also funny to see how big it makes my lips look. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. So guys, tell me, what's been your experience with trusting yourself? Have you found that maybe you feel like you've trusted the wrong people and so therefore you can't trust? Well, guess what? That wasn't real trust. Okay, that was not real trust. Because you weren't trusting in yourself, you weren't trusting in the infinite to guide you, either because you didn't know or because you didn't understand how it works. Okay, now the true spiritual teachings is about bringing heaven down into your mental states and releasing the hell states. That's what it's about. The two different parts of your mind, the hell state mind that robs you of your dreams, which almost every person on the planet thinks in. Okay, most people don't know how to think from trust at all. They don't even know that they're thinking from fear. They'll just say that they're being smart or being safe or being realistic, but they're not. They're thinking from fear. They're not willing to go after their dreams because they've got all this fear about what could happen. Now, fear's not necessarily always bad. You know, sometimes it does let you know, what to avoid, but you're meant to be scared of the right thing, okay? Don't be scared of showing up and making a fool of yourself. Be scared of getting to the end of your life and never having taken those risks that you keep seeing inside of you and ending up with those regrets. Yeah. Adelina says, when I don't trust myself, things go sideways. It really does. So when you're not trusting yourself, then you're listening to the voice of fear, and you always get more of what you have. So if you fear, you get more to fear. And if you trust, you get more to trust. When you have peace, oh my God, peace, you get more peace, but you also get, everything else too, because that's connected to the 0 point field. So here's the thing too, a big part of the healing process, you have to be willing to give up your addiction to the excitement of anxiety. Yeah? Because the truth is, even though it seems exciting on the inside, and you might not even think of it like that, but it creates chaos in your life. So what you really want to do is tap into peace. And if that's all you did, besides telling yourself, I can do this, I can have what I want, I will get what I want, even if part of me doesn't believe it, I'm open to believing it because that's what works. And then you just breathe, pause, and you look for these good natural feelings that always spring up within you. That's the grace of God energy. Some call it the void, the 0 point field. And it is this spaciousness around your body and in yourself that when you go into it, you're open to your visions. And your visions aren't just these little things you make up. When ideas keep coming to you, like if there's, maybe you want to write a book and it keeps coming to you over time and you keep dismissing it. It's like, oh yeah, I don't know, this and that, this and that. You know, maybe you want to go travel somewhere, but you've got all these excuses for why not. But it keeps coming to you over and over and over again. That's a vision. That's a truth. You're seeing, you're peering into the future. Or the future is coming to you, telling you that this is available for you right now. But you have to be willing to say yes to the trust instead of to the fear. Because either way you have faith. You either have faith in the fear and things going wrong. It's made up. You don't know the future, right? Or you have faith in things going well. You have faith in the energy of trust. You have faith in the energy of love. And that is when good things happen. But we're so used to thinking from fear that we need to protect ourselves because of all the fear. But when you really get into your mind, how good it feels and how easy it becomes, it actually, inner work is really hard until it's not. Then it becomes easy. Once you keep going, it's like kickstarting a motorbike. You just wait, what sound does it make? I can't hear the sound. What sound does a motorbike make? Brrr. No, that's a guinea pig. I don't know, but you're trying to kickstart the goddamn motorbike and it's going like boom, 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 until eventually it goes boom, 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 right? And that is what it's like with the inner work. It just is like really hard at first, but then eventually it becomes easy. You get triggered and then you can move through it. So one thing with this inner work is really important to understand. You do the shadow work that I teach, but at the same time, it doesn't just delete the pattern. In a way it does, but it will bring up the pattern. The pattern will happen again. But the healing comes from when you make a new choice. Instead of feeling embarrassed about it and then quitting the whole thing, you maybe feel embarrassed about it, but you deal with it differently and you don't take it upon yourself as an attack on your character. And instead, you choose something new. That's where the healing comes from. That's how the pattern stops. You know, if you overeat, instead of feeling guilty about yourself so bad for days because you've put on weight and ballooned up or something, then you have to eat because you're feeling so guilty and so bad and stressed and sad about what happened that the only way you can feel better is to eat. Like, I know this personally. The only way that I was able to get out of that was to change how I reacted, to change how I narrated. Okay, think of that. To change how I narrated. You know that voice that says, oh, I just should be better than this. Look at what I did again. Oh, I should be better. I can't believe that. Blah, 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 blah. And here you are looking at maybe the overeating or the freezing, the sabotage, the whatever it is you're doing, thinking that that's the problem. But that's not the problem. It's the way you complain about it to yourself, the way you narrate about it to yourself that causes the problem. It's just you observing it. And then that creates going forth into the future, which is why when you get really good at being intentional and tapping into the outcome that you want, while also shifting the fear and pain and blame and shame from your body, so you naturally raise in your vibration, become clear and therefore more intelligent and brilliant, then everything starts to work out. So I feel complete. If you want to know how to implement this into your life, I have plenty of free stuff on YouTube. So whatever your level, you've got no excuse, okay? This stuff will change your life, but only if you do it regularly, okay? This isn't like just do it 5 times and then everything's fixed. It's like, no, what would you expect to go and learn piano and know how to do it after doing it 5 times? You wouldn't. You'd literally practice for years, wouldn't you? And it's the same with your inner work. So you can either do my free YouTube videos, you can do my low-cost digital programs and offerings. I actually have some really cool low-cost stuff right now that everyone needs to be in. My Spiritual Expansion Love Society is a brand new membership society that I've created that is going to grow like gangbusters. Like, I am so excited about this. This is going to be my home for my community for years to come. So right now it's at a rock bottom price for founding members. Okay. I want you to get in on that because the truth is it's really important to have this work in your life. When you follow a teacher, such as myself, someone who you vibe with, and you just follow them for a long time and you use my work as part of your daily practice, like most days, you could tune into my work, into my journaling processes, my teachings, into my tappings, and over time, you will have gems and wonderful opportunities and gifts come into your life. And as the fears come up, because they will keep coming up, you learn how to deal with them easier. They'll become smaller. They'll go away for longer periods of time as you continue doing my work. And for those of you that are smart enough to understand that successful people get support, then reach out to me about my one-to-one work, and we can start off with one single session. And then after that, if you fit and if we're a good match, then we can go on a longer term healing journey to revolutionize and radicalize your entire life. Now, this includes healing physical pain, chronic pain, like back pain, sciatica, stomach spasms, foot pain, fibro, womb pain, all sorts of pain. My work dissolves pain because the truth is it all has an emotional root and it's all condensed energy. And so it really is one and the same. Heal the emotions, heal the physical, focus on your purpose and success, and it all goes together and everything works out. So if you're vibing with this, reach out, DM me, even if it's just to ask for a recommendation for my free stuff. I just want to get my work in your hot little hands because I know that once you do it, you'll see changes, and that's win-win for everyone. Not only do I then know that I'm making an impact in your life, then you're more likely to actually invest with me in the future. So I don't care. Just message me so I can get my work into your hands because I like knowing that people are being transformed by my work. I get messages all the time from people who've been doing my free stuff, my low-cost stuff, who tell me that if it wasn't for my work, they might have been divorced by now. They might have been, there's one lady who was almost about to break up with her husband, and then she was doing my work consistently over time. Their relationship healed, and it went from on the rocks to him struggling at work, to them all of a sudden going so well together. She started rising and succeeding in a business and making a lot of money. He got a promotion at work and got a bigger pay rise than they ever expected. It was actually, she said it was just really unexpected. And she got pregnant, and they now have a child that wouldn't have existed if they had have broken up and if she wasn't doing this work alongside her outer work, right? So just know that miracles really are possible with this work. I'm all about them. Whether it's healing your physical stuff, your anxiety, your depression, generational healing, it's all generational healing to be honest, karmic, cord cutting, inner child healing, my little character critter monster healing, all of this adds up to help you take action in your life. Yeah? The action that actually draws in your soulmate clients, that draws in your soulmate people, that helps you become your true self and let go of that guilt and that stress and those negative reactions that even seem like they're positive, but are actually destroying you because you're shooting all over yourself and guilting all over yourself. Okay, I'm here to help you get out of that, if you so wish. Okay, gorgeouses, thank you for showing up here on Instagram and here on Facebook. Let me know if you want me to do another double one again or if it was too much for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please share this if this has helped you, because for sure, people are going to need to hear this message. There are people that are struggling. There are people that, even if they seem successful on the outside and are successful, you know, which might just be you watching right now. Everyone thinks that you're some type of superwoman, yet inside you still have insecurities. It's called being human. Okay, now let's go in and heal those, uplift you, turn you into truly confident from the inside out, and work on those areas of your life that are suffering and struggling a bit, because it really doesn't have to be that way. Okay, guys, I'm Kai Ashley. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you for sharing. Okay, let's see how I hang up. Bye.